Hello and welcome to our midweek Bible study. We appreciate you joining us. This is Matthew Thigpen from the Fulton Church of Christ. Glad you're tuning in to join us and glad you're here watching this video with us. Before we begin to our devotional thought, just want to pass along some information. One of the members here, a doctor, told us a few weeks ago about what we need to do to handle this situation, this virus as we go forth. And I was talking to him the other day, and he wanted me to remind everyone about what we're supposed to do with the best treatments for this, or best precautionary measures, I should say this. One is follow the quarantine, stay as much to yourself as possible. Number two, wash your hands frequently, and he said make sure you use soap, warm water, and make sure that the water that you wash your hands for at least 20 seconds at a time. That's important. And again, that when he talked about washing your hands a few weeks ago on Sunday, he talked about your entire hand, every part that you can wash to wash. The third thing is remember this virus doesn't do well outdoors. So he encouraged you, if you got anything to do outside, any work you can do outside and in your garden, in your yard, let your kids go out and play. Go out and spend time outside. We've had such lovely days during this time that has helped us tremendously to be able to be outside. So take advantage of that. And then fourthly, he stressed the idea of do not shake hands, don't hug. Try to avoid all unnecessary contact you can with other people. And again, this is not to be rude, not to be stiff, not to be unloving, but it is precautionary because that is one of the main ways this thing spreads is by this touch. And so he wanted us to remember that and to remember to stay home and to keep doing what we're doing. We've done, from what we know, everyone here is doing well. We need to keep doing that, and hopefully in a few weeks when all this passes, again, that's the idea, in a few weeks when all this passes and all this settles, we'll return back to our normal style or normal life, and we'll look back at this and we'll think about it fondly as we remember what we were doing when we locked in. And it's with that idea in mind, I want to give you a devotional thought today about that change of life. Last night, we as a family sat down in our quarantine without being able to go anywhere. We got bored watching television shows, so we said, let's watch a movie. We were flipping through a few movies and trying to figure out what movie we want to watch. We want to watch a Disney cartoon with our kids. And we were looking through, and I said, I want to watch one they haven't seen yet. And again, there's a lot that they haven't seen, but I knew there was one they haven't seen for sure. When I was flipping through, I found The Emperor's New Groove. And I knew The Emperor's New Groove had a good message, had a good ideas behind it. It was a good little movie, so we sat down to watch it. Now, if you've never seen The Emperor's New Groove, you may not understand what I'm going to talk to. I'm going to explain the movie a little bit in just a second. Because as I watched that movie, I saw the lesson in that movie, and I realized how important that lesson is, especially in times like this. Now, the movie's about this. The movie's about an emperor who rules in South America, South or Central America. Never does say where he's from, but he's in that area. And he is a ruler who's, like most rulers, focused only on self, only worried about what makes him happy, what makes him the best. And matter of fact, part of the movie is him trying to destroy another man's home to build his summer home so he can have a place to relax. And the man says, we've lived there for 6 generations, and the emperor just doesn't care. He says, well, it'd make a great place for my summer home, and that's all I'm worried about. And then the emperor also offends one of his servants, a lady who is high up in his government. He gets rid of her, and then she gets a plot to try to eliminate him. And you imagine Disney movies, there's a little twist on this plot, and they try to eliminate him, but instead of killing him, they turn him into an animal. They turn him into a wild llama. And so then they got to deal with this llama and get rid of him. And basically, they finally get him out of the city, but the guy who's supposed to kill him doesn't kill him. So they spend the rest of the movie trying to find the llama. And the llama finds the farmer whose land he's going to destroy and asks him for help. And the whole point of this movie is to see this change of the emperor from being focused on self to being focused on others. And that's sort of the emphasis. The name is The Emperor's New Groove. And in the movie, one of the characters says that he offended the emperor because he messed up his groove. And the groove he talked about, he even says the groove is the way we live our life. The rhythm that we live life, the rhythm we go by. And he says that he changed that rhythm, that groove, and the emperor was mad at him. And as I thought about the situation we're in, I thought about how fitting of a movie to watch at this time to see that idea of the groove being interrupted. Because you see, every one of us, our groove has been interrupted. Our groove of what we've done, how we've lived, how we've behaved. How many times has all of us here, everyone I've talked to said, we're ready to get out. We always talk about, I love to have more time at home, more time with my family, more time to do this, more time to do that. But we're given so much of it now, we don't know what to do with it. And it's messed up our groove. Now, what I want to take this and apply it biblically is this, is what are we doing with this change in our groove? You see, right now is a prime time that we can change our groove. That we can change the way we've been living. Is it in your heart, in your mind, that you want to grow closer to God, that you need to study His Bible more? Guess what? You've got more time at home now. Study His Bible. Study God's Word. Maybe you think my prayer life needs improving. Now's the time. Now's the time to change your groove. To change your way of life. Change your prayer life. Start praying to God. Or maybe you're like the emperor. You know, the one thing I've thought about over and over again, and I've realized myself and other people I've talked to and listened to complaints people have on Facebook and other places, and what people say is, you know, that we can tend to be a selfish people. We can tend to be people who are solely focused on self, just like that emperor. And we forget about other people. We think about what we want, how we want it, when we want it, and we have no patience. This virus has taught us patience, hasn't it? This virus has hopefully slowed us down. Those of us who are obeying the law and obeying these precautionary measures are slowing down. You know, how many times can you think of in the last week you've wanted to go somewhere? I can tell you the last 2 weeks, there have been times I told Paula, oh, well, let's go do this. And I said, no, wait, we can't do that because that place is closed. We can't do that. Can't go here. We got to stay home. You see, this virus has changed our groove. The question is, are we letting it change us for the better? Because this is a time that we can reevaluate where we are. It is a time when we ought to reevaluate our ideas, reevaluate our mindset. Who are we worried about? Who are we focused on? Let me ask you this. Have you checked on your fellow neighbors? Have you checked on those neighbors down the road who are a little more aged or maybe in the high-risk area here? Or do you just worry about self? What about your church members? Have you contacted any of them? Have you wrote some of our elderly members that may live on the other side of town and say, hey, we just want to know how you feel. I just want to call and check on you. I just want to write you a text message or send them a card. It's one of the great things that I've noticed in this time as we've done it, some other people have done it, is this is a time for cards or letters, just a note. It tickles me to see my daughter because we got some people who've sent cards to her and to my son, and they light up when you say, hey, we got a piece of mail for you. Do we do that? Can we do that? Let me challenge you. At this time, when you are forced to find a new groove, a new rhythm of life, incorporate some things that are missing. Incorporate better communication with those around you. Write to those people that you've been meaning to write to. Call those neighbors you've been meaning to call. You can't go visit them, but send them a card. A simple card saying, we're thinking of you. You know, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people out there who want us to talk to them. There's a lot of people who are reaching for hope, reaching for some kind of contact, and that little card can do it. Because that little card can start a contact. Because you send a card to someone, and then guess what? They may send a card back to you, but they'll also say, hey, you know, I know so-and-so needs a card too. I'll send it to them, and I'll send it to them, and them, and them, and them. And we check on each other. Now, you may ask, now, what does this got to do with church? Well, the one thing this virus has shown us, I hope it's shown us, is that the church is not the building. The church is not this building I'm sitting in. The church is the people. As Christians, we are forced in a new groove. What are we going to do with it? Are we going to use it for the glorification of God? Are we going to use it to bring glory and honor to God? We read in our devotional last night about being holy. The writer said to use every day to think about everything in your life and say, is this helping me be holy? Is this helping me be closer to God? Now's the time to reevaluate. Are the things in your life you want to change? Right now is the time to start those new habits. As we go through this time together, and we go through this time of developing this new groove, I hope you'll take the time to evaluate your life. See what needs to be corrected, and then correct it. See if there's something in your life that's holding you back from being fully following God. Grow closer to your church members. Grow closer to your neighbors. There's no better time than now when you're sitting in the house with nothing to do than to pick up the phone and dial that number and say, hey, I just want to check on you. I just want to let you know that I'm thinking of you. If you need anything, let me know. And I encourage you, if you need someone to talk to, call us. You can call me, call Paula, call the church office. We'll get with you as best we can. We'll just be here to talk. That's what we're here for. Because you see, as I said, the church is not the building, it's the people. Right now, we're not able to meet in the building because of certain regulations. But it doesn't mean that the family, building, the body, the church has to fall apart. It doesn't mean the body doesn't grow. Let us strive to grow with one another. Let us seek to find our new groove. And may it be a groove that God would approve of. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for being here. Again, if you need anything, you can let us know any way you can. Remember to stay safe, stay home, wash your hands, stay outside. Take good care of yourself so we can get through this virus and get through this epidemic and come out the other side even better. Again, we're thinking of all of you. We're praying for you. And again, if you need anything, please let us know. Until Sunday morning, I wish you a God bless week and a God bless time, and we'll talk to you then. Saturday, from 10 to 12. We will be giving out communion supplies at the church building. We encourage you to come by. Most of you have. This is our routine for the last 2 weeks. We'll do it again to pass out those supplies to those who come by. If you cannot come out and you need some, please let us know. We've got people who will carry those. We'll come out and get them for you. We'll do whatever it takes to help you get that. Then remember, Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m., we will live stream. We'll be both on YouTube and Facebook again. The other thing about this is, like last time, we will send a video out that will have Bible reading and songs. You can either watch that before or you can watch it after. And then we'll have our service, about a 30-minute service on here. We'll do a Bible reading, have a prayer, have our devotional, and then have the Lord's Supper. And again, we pray all you are doing good, all you're doing well. And again, if you need anything, please let us know. And again, until we see you again, we hope that God blesses you, and we hope that you have a God-blessed day.